All right, welcome to the DJ Connect podcast. This is where we help DJs create the goals and the mindset needed to grow the business and DJ career of their dreams. We all have everything we need inside of us to truly become anything we've ever dreamed of. So my hopes is just helping any DJ who's struggling to pull that out of themselves. So today we have got a super special guest, the man himself, Chad. I personally seen his calendar last week and had an anxiety attack. Blackburn, representing San Diego, California. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, no worries, man. How's everything going right now? How's life? How's business?
Good, man. No complaints. Business is booming here in California. We just praying that everything keeps going and no more big shutdowns. But as of right now, yeah, just weather's great. The market's great for what we do.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like I seen your calendar, man. Oh my goodness. I had an anxiety attack. It was wild, man. How do you deal with something like that?
Uh, one day at a time.
One day at a time. That's the way. Yeah, like
No,
I'm
it's having a great team, man. That's the biggest part of it. Having people that have your back and that employees and team members that you can count on. I mean, it's number one. I can't do it all on my own, so I'd be lost without them.
Yeah, for sure. Like I'm starting to kind of get into that multi-op role, and it's been stressful for sure, 100%. And we had, I wouldn't say a lot of problems. We had one like actual problem, but like that was so stressful and it was not good. So the team themselves is amazing, and people who can just take care of it on themselves and able to maneuver. But there's some things that'll just come up, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yep. Yeah, I'm starting to learn more. I've been doing this for 12 years, and every year I learn. Every week I learn something new. It's like, and the
Serious.
bigger we get, the more the different problems and the different issues you deal with. And yeah, we've been getting a lot of that, as we grow, filling in for each other. I'm trying to leave myself available so that I could jump in, fill a shift if I need to. We're dealing with people being out sick. Yeah, so it's definitely a process. I'm glad we've grown over the years,
Yeah.
because to just go overnight into something like this would be crazy.
Yeah, man. Just gotta throw yourself in there and feed yourself to the wolves, see what happens.
Exactly.
So I guess, like, how long have you actually been in the DJ business? When did you start?
So I started around 2010, is when I started as a karaoke host.
Okay.
And it started off as a side hustle, just to make some extra money. We moved to San Diego, and it was my first time living in like a big city. And I grabbed my karaoke books. I hadn't had a day job yet, so I was like, man, I just grabbed my karaoke books, walked from door to door, and knocked on, hey, can we have a really big library of karaoke? Is this something we could do for you? And that turned into, I always played music videos in between my karaoke singers.
Oh,
It was kind of my way of keeping the crowd entertained when we didn't have singers. And that turned into hey, we really like how you read the crowd and how you interact with the crowd with your music and your videos. Can you do that on the weekends? And, I'm coming from a smaller town into a big city like San Diego and being asked to basically be a weekend club night DJ. I said, sure, let's do it.
why not?
What am I going to say? No. So they offered me some pretty good money to do it, and kind of taught myself how to DJ in the process. And that turned into wanting more spots and not really learning, kind of not to really brand myself, but to
Hmm.
brand, my brand, and
Yeah.
not be the face of it, because everybody at first was, okay, we want you, and then when they found out I wasn't available, but I have somebody that's amazing that can do it on my behalf, and then it turned into a whole new thing, and became a multi-op, and really took off.
Yeah, that's awesome. That was kind of like my problem the whole time. I was always just worried about me as a DJ and never thinking about actually like creating a business. So I'd say like for 15 years, I was kind of like a failed DJ. I did lots of like huge clubs and festivals and stuff, but I never like it was never a business. I was always stuck in my job until I actually learned from a mentor. I was like, you have to make this a business. You have to learn how to build that brand, and then you can't just be the face of it. And I'm running into that problem right now where it's like, we want you. How do we have you? And I'm like, I'm already booked for like the next 2 years. So unfortunately, you can't. And it's, yeah, just working it off. But as you said, having an awesome team for someone who can come pick up that slack is that changes the game.
Yeah, I was blessed from day one. You know, I had a karaoke regular that was just full of energy. I mean, this guy couldn't stand still. He was always bouncing around, just always like a social butterfly, talking to people.
Nice.
And I said, "Hey, would you be interested in doing this one night?" And he's like, "You mean getting paid to come here?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Heck yeah!" So he was on board, and that was kind of my first experience working with someone else. And from there, you know, we found another girl that was also kind of the same vibe, and we've just been really fortunate to be able to hire within our crowd, you know, within our regulars and our group,
Yeah,
people that show a passion and love what they do and come out for fun, but now they get to be kind of the star of the show and the host, and they love it. And then this goes for DJing too. You know, I run a now it's we built our brand so well that now people come asking to work for our brand.
that's
And
really cool.
yeah, then I can kind of select who I want to use. And maybe I've seen you around town. You've played, you played a few places that I have, and yeah, come join the team.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's the problem that I'm having now. It's like I've kind of built my brand where it's like we're all club DJs. We all know how to like throw down, and finding new people is becoming like a real struggle.
Mhm.
So do you recommend like looking only at DJs, or like as you said, just people who are around, people you've known, people outside of the industry? Is that, can you really groom people to become the people like that you want?
Of course, of course. Some of the best people that I have working for me never
Hmm.
thought they would be in front of a microphone or in front of a DJ controller. Um, we just recently had a guy come on, and he was ex-military,
Wow.
um, worked for the Border Patrol here, and he was a security guard on the side. He just had a baby, so he was a security guard. And he had a really good deep voice, and he had actually done a podcast too, and invited me to be on it one time. And I was just, he's so smooth on the, and
Nice.
I was like, hey, if you ever want to host the night for us, and he was like, are you serious? Like, and I was like, yeah. And we also have a position at one of our spots where we need a DJ. It's more of a country style, but I can show you what to do. And he DJ'd actually on New Year's Eve,
Oh
this
wow.
last New Year's Eve, and he was sending me pictures. He's like, I feel like I'm a Vegas DJ. He's
That's
like,
awesome.
he had so much love and passion for it that he never thought this was something he could do,
Yeah.
and he crushed it. And that's just, yeah, some of the people that you wouldn't even expect have that talent inside them. It's just they don't know they have it.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like so many DJs always messaging me thinking that like you have to have some special power to be able to do this, and that's like the furthest thing from the truth. Like you just have to put yourself out there.
Yes. Yeah.
It,
I would have never thought I would be in this position. Like I just, it wasn't ever on my radar as a child, or anything like that. I could be a DJ one day or run an entertainment company,
yeah,
and here I am, in my 30s, doing it, and
killing it,
I
killing
love
it.
it. Thank you.
That's crazy because you said you were from like a small town. Was it difficult for you to just like go knocking on doors?
Um, so I had some sales experience, so I was familiar with, rejection.
Yeah,
Like, you're not going to land every sale.
yeah.
So, yeah, it was out of necessity. We had just had a baby. We were living
Yeah.
in a new city. Um, I had worked in kind of a construction
Yeah.
type job. So there wasn't, this was right after the crash in 2008 and all of
Oh
that. So
yeah.
this was, it wasn't a great time for
Wow.
construction. So it was kind of a necessity. It was more of a, hey, I got to provide for my wife and my kid.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm going to go make this happen. And I was like, if I could get 3 or 4 nights uh, hosting karaoke, I can make what I was making in construction.
Yeah.
And to me, that was like that was a real big game changer, because it's like here you are going in for 4 hours at night versus being at work like
Yeah.
an 8 hour, 8 or 9 hour day.
Yeah. The
How
whole
much
day
are
is
you
just,
doing the night? So
yeah. Yeah, it's crazy how like your day is shot, and like if you had to commute, for me, I had to commute like at the least it was 4 hours a day, like 2 hours down, 2 hours back, no matter what. And it's like that's you go to work. I was an electrician, so like they beat me to death every single day. And like I'd come home and like you eat and then go to bed, and that was it. So
yeah,
and then I'd be at the clubs on the weekend. So I was very depressed, and I knew that wasn't the life for me. And then when you finally just break it down to like how much money do I actually need to make to fulfill what I used to make, it's really not that much, and it's not that hard, but you have to break down the numbers and really run everything, and then get that big picture and then find out where you want to go.
yeah. And that was another thing for me too, is finding out, okay, I can do this as a single op. I'm
Mm-hmm.
making enough money. I don't even have to charge that much, and I could still
Yeah.
make, because I'm paying my, it's all going to me. But
Yeah.
then when you start bringing on talent, and then having to pay that talent plus make,
Yeah.
make enough for you to keep the business going, that was a whole nother learning process that I went through.
Yeah. Yeah. Providing for yourself is one thing, but like actually creating that business, that's the thing that I never knew. And like I say this a lot, like DJs are not business people at all. Like we're great at being DJs, but we know nothing about business. And until like you get someone to actually help you with that, or like you go start going to conferences and learning and
Mhm.
getting the information, that's the most important thing in my book, at least.
Yeah. I started going to conferences about 6 years ago. Mobile Beat was my first conference, and that's where I really started getting that different mindset. So where
Yeah.
I'm not just the DJ, I'm not just the karaoke host, I'm not just, I want to be able to help others promote themselves, and build a team and build a culture, within that team. And yeah, we've been going strong ever since. I every year I attend these conferences, I learn more and more, and I
Yeah.
attend more conferences and meet more people and just build my network. That's
Yeah.
that's huge also.
Yeah, yeah. Networking is like the way I've heard it, and it's so true. Like your network is your net worth. So the people you're surrounding yourself with and the people you're hanging out with, that's what you're going to become. So it's probably best to hang out with the top dogs. And I know it
Yeah, no,
feels like weird to put yourself in that when you're not there and not at that level, but it's so important to put yourself out there.
yes, of course.
So I guess is there any like DJs that you look up to or who influenced you to get where you are right now?
I wouldn't say the DJs in particular. I mean, there's a lot of great DJs out there that I really enjoy, and be like, man, I wish I could be Marshmello. I wish I could be, Scooter. I see, like these guys, like they're very creative, and but I guess my mind has gone more towards, and the older I get and the more bigger my team gets, it's more of looking at different business
Yeah,
owners within the community. Um,
that's
I
kind of what I meant, but for sure.
okay. Yeah, no, there's a ton. One of the first mobile beats I went to, Bill Herman
Okay.
was one of the, and I loved his stage presence. I took his workshop. Now I'm friends with so many talented and successful business owners, that it's, Mitch Taylor, Kristen Wilson, Top Dog, Howard Wallach,
Yeah.
just there's so many, like I can't even mention. My network of people have just. I feel like I could reach out anywhere in the country now and be able to find a successful business entertainment owner and reach out for them for advice or help, and it's just so comforting to know that. And I look up to all of them.
Yeah.
Everyone. That's that. If you see a picture with me, and I've been out there at the conference and taken a picture with them, it's most likely someone I look up to. And not even some of the not so well known guys. Like there's just so much talent out there, and yeah, just the learning is nonstop.
Yeah, that's awesome that like a lot of people are willing to do that because at least from like my past, there is not one DJ in my city who is willing to help each other. Like I'm going through it right now with another guy who I don't know if it's jealousy or what, but he's like leaving me negative Google reviews and stuff, trying to bring me down. And it's just like, why, man? You're bringing the entire industry, like it's in our city, like you're bringing the whole industry down when you do stuff like this. I don't understand why.
I think that's a lot of like the immaturity,
Yeah.
the insecurity. It's just people. I remember getting started off. I was very guarded about
Mhm.
my library, my hard drive, my
Yeah.
secrets. My secret, and I just the more I became put myself out there, and again, the people I met, you start to realize that that's not really important. It's more
Yeah.
about what people think of you, in the community, especially in your area. Yeah, I don't like to burn a bridge with anybody.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're a hostess, you're a security guard, like you just those could be, and I've seen it happen. Those guys or girls will end up being the GM maybe a few years down the road. And
Yeah.
if you acted like a jerk, or you were like, oh well, you're not going to hire me, you're going to hire that guy over me, like screw you kind of thing, like it's just not worth it. It's just okay. That's great. We're here if you need anything. That guy's awesome. I hope it all works out. If anything ever comes up, let me know.
Yeah. Yeah. That's, yeah, as you said, like you never know what other people are doing with their lives or where they're going to be in a few years. And like when a lot of people think about a brand, they all think like, that's my colors and like what I stand for. But that's not what a brand is. It's like what people say about you behind closed doors. What are people saying about you? How do people talk about you in the community? Like my town is very small. There's like 10, 15 DJs. Like everyone knows everyone. It's a few 100,000 people, but it's not, that means like it's a tight knit community. And if you're out here burning bridges, like people will hear about it. You're going to get a reputation.
Yeah. Yeah, I've built a pretty good, and that's the great thing I love about working with, my competitors and stuff
Yeah.
like that is, it's not really competition. Let's all build us up together. It's
Yeah.
not, you know, that's how we
Community
all
over
grow.
competition, man. Like there's no such thing as competition. The only people we're competing with is ourself from yesterday. Like you just got to be better than yourself.
Yeah.
So is there any like what is your favorite kind of event to do?
So I love corporate. Like
Mhm.
I really like the corporate events because a lot of people say like weddings are not really my thing. Don't get me wrong, I do weddings
Mhm.
and I have a blast at them, but I'm one of those guys that I like to I stress out over every detail. Like I want like what if this happens? What if that happens? And then I end up bringing basically a backup to everything, a backup
No,
to another
no.
backup, and it's to me it's too much stress. Like I like corporate. It's a lot of people are going into these corporate events thinking, oh, this is going to be lame, or they hired, they
Yeah.
probably hired some, like. And when I go in there and I crush a corporate event, and I have people, I have everybody up on stage singing, or
Yeah.
I have everybody and they at the end they're just like, oh my gosh, this was so amazing. Like we loved your music, we loved your like. To me, that's the ultimate high.
Yeah.
I've worked. Been a resident DJ as in a nightclub for years, and that's fun too. You definitely have
Mhm.
those nights where you walk out of there just the whole crowd's your puppet. You raise
Yeah.
your hand, they all raise their hand.
Yeah.
And it's but yeah, I would say probably these bigger corporate companies that we're starting to work a lot more with are really fun events.
Yeah, that's really cool because like a lot of those times, as you said, like the people who work there, they're going to the event, their thing is going to be terrible. Like we're not going to dance, we're not a group of dancers, and all you have to do is like take that as a challenge and be like, oh yeah, okay,
Yep, that's exactly what I do. We just had one for a pharmaceutical company, and she's like, yeah, they're a bunch of scientists. They're not going to dance. It's not really that kind of party. And she's like, if you can get them to, that would be amazing. And
yeah.
I had the whole, I think at one point we had a conga line going. Like
No
it was,
way.
yeah, it completely exceeded her expectations. And for me, that was a huge win.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I guess between video DJing, karaoke, trivia, what do you think like the best money maker? Like what is the best thing for your company? What is keeping you guys like crushing it right now?
So karaoke has always been our baby.
Mhm.
As much as I love DJing and video DJing, karaoke is just, I feel like it's made a really big comeback.
Yeah,
And I last night, I mean, I locked in two more spots per week. I think we're up to uh, we got to be nearing. I keep saying 40, but I think we're nearing 50 now events a week,
that is
and
insane.
it's just, dude, my phone's ringing off the hook, and it's a great thing. We expanded outside of San Diego. Now we're in a whole nother area, and karaoke, and a lot of it's just karaoke, and
Yeah.
from karaoke, that we'll do a karaoke night, and they'll be like, hey, what can we do? Can we do trivia? But it
Mhm.
all, like, pretty much everything I've ever done has stemmed from karaoke. Some of
Yeah.
my biggest corporate clients have come from someone being at my karaoke night and being like, we want to do that, or we really liked your music. And then they'll tell this person and that person, and then we'll get in contact with them. So I would say karaoke is our huge moneymaker. And I think anybody that's not doing karaoke is sleeping on a ton of money
Yeah.
and
That's it. That's
opportunities.
Yeah, that's interesting because like I never in my life thought I would do karaoke, but I've done a few events and they've been a blast. I thought it was gonna be boring and no one's gonna sing, but like normally I'll start it out like I'll just pick a song and get into it. And it's just like it's fun. People who never thought they would be singing, they're up there just like belting them out. And it like I guess I don't know if it's the way people do it or what, because I've been to karaoke events where they're not cool at all but and people are scared. I guess it's just like creating that atmosphere where it's okay. Like I'm not a singer in any way, but I'll get up there.
Yeah, it's all about how you run your show. It is.
Yeah.
It's karaoke, and it's hard as a karaoke connoisseur like myself. I'm not a diva, but like we get karaoke divas for sure.
Yeah.
But I've definitely been to different ones. Like when I'm out of town, I'll try to go catch a local karaoke show, and some of
Mhm.
them are just atrocious.
Yeah.
And it all, it stems off the host. If
Yeah.
you're a cool, fun DJ and you're having fun at your weddings and your bar mitzvahs, and you're clapping along and you're bouncing, and you do that at your karaoke show, it's gonna carry, to the crowd. But
Yeah.
if you're just sitting there, you're like, oh, this is karaoke. All right, I don't really need to do too much. I'm gonna call the next singer up, and then you're gonna
Yeah.
have a lame show. But if there's ways to do it, and there's a whole new, and I'm starting to see more people over the years adopt this way of this fun, energetic karaoke.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's helping grow, and the comeback of karaoke is those types of shows, because
Yeah.
people go out, they experience those, and then they want more.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess you're right. Like it all comes down to the host. Cause like you can even go to DJ shows where like they're no good either. Like if that guy is just sitting down at his table, hitting the play button as it goes, nobody's dancing. It's that energy. Like I guess like as the host, we are the energy like keepers. We have to give that energy out to other people, and it's going to carry across the room and really level that party up.
Yep, I tell all my hosts, I'm like, no sitting down, like no eating while you're hosting, like,
Yeah,
like you have to be in it. You're on camera, whatever, like the focus is on you for the next
yeah,
4 hours, and you need to make the best of it. You're an entertainer. You need to
yeah,
entertain.
yeah. That's it. That's the key word right there. You're an entertainer. Like you're not just a DJ. Like unless that's all you want to be is just a DJ in the corner. That's fine.
And then we're just not the company for you. Like
Yeah,
that's not our brand. So
yeah. Yeah, we're here to entertain, bring the party up to like a level 800 and that's what it is.
yep. Yep, you'll get people every night of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If you're giving out that energy, like, people will
Yeah.
come.
Yeah, exactly. So do you have any advice for any kind of DJ or karaoke person who is just trying to get into the game or start their business or just really get it started?
Um, Patience, just it's a walk, not a run. It's or what they say. I don't know. It's something, a marathon.
It's a marathon.
Yeah, it definitely, it takes some time to build up, but stick with it. And if you do, it'll like, it gets better. Um, I don't know. I was fortunate. I had a really good spot right off the bat, and we took a
Mhm.
Monday night, and the Monday night started off with like 2 people, and I stuck with it, and that turned into 4 people. And then, those 4 people brought 4 more people, and then a few weeks in, we had their Monday nights, and then from Monday they wanted Tuesday, and then Tuesday turned it into Wednesday, and then another bar across the street said we want Thursday, Friday. Like it just,
Yeah.
it'll grow. It'll grow, and don't be afraid to break out of your shell.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of DJs that don't like to talk on the microphone, or they,
Yeah.
and the more you do, the more you're going to be, the more versatile you are, the more opportunities will open up.
Yeah, like that was me. I'll be straight up. Like I was always, all I wanted to be was a DJ, and I was getting like club gigs and stuff, but I never wanted to grow. Whether it was because I was just had no time, depressed, whatever it was. I just was like, I hit my ceiling, and I just like stuck there for years. And I thought like this is it. This is the best it can be. But it wasn't until like I went and got a mentor and started learning that there's other things you can do out here. It very like quickly at that point like started growing and snowballing very quick. But um yeah, I had to break out of my shell essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, I do anything like, if they want me to work the lights, I'll try to work the lights.
Yeah,
I and just take every opportunity, if you work with somebody, as a learning experience. Learn from them and take that in, and just keep building your portfolio.
yeah, like that's it right there. Like you have to learn from the people you're working with, because like a lot of people will always think like they're the best at whatever it is, or they're striving to be the best, but no matter what, there's always going to be someone who's better than you. So you need to take those opportunities, like build that connection, build that relationship, and learn everything you can along the way,
Exactly.
instead of like burning the bridge, or thinking you're already there or you already know everything. No,
Mhm.
there's no chance.
Yep. I see too many people come in and they're just focused on, I'm going to come in, do my thing, and get out.
Yeah.
And it's like they don't want to do anything else. They don't want to set up anything. Like, I mean, oh, how did you do that? Okay, let me. Oh, that's cool. I never thought of it doing it that way.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So
Yeah.
yep.
Cool. So I guess for the final question, what do you think is the future holds for you, for your company? Anything big coming up?
Something actually. So I had a meeting right before this interview, and I can't really say too much. It was for a huge company, one of the biggest companies in the world,
Oh
and
wow.
yeah, they want to
Let's
do.
go.
Yeah, they want to do 2 separate karaoke events. I mean, they're talking about providing me with a full-on like costume. Like,
No way.
yeah, this is gonna like 8,000 people in attendance. This could be very huge. Had an interview with a panel of 6 people right before you, and they all gave me some very amazing compliments, and said that they would love to work with me. So
That's
fingers
incredible.
crossed, this could be a game changer. We did a show, a virtual event with Netflix last year.
No
Um,
way.
yeah, so my goal is just to keep growing, climbing that corporate ladder
Yeah.
and working with these big companies, while also, keeping the bars and restaurants in my area. I'd love to franchise
That's
eventually.
cool. Yeah.
I'm starting to learn a lot about franchising and seeing
Mhm.
about, because living in San Diego, you get a lot of military, you get a lot of Navy, and they go back home and they just don't have anything like they've experienced in these areas karaoke wise. And a lot of them will reach out to me and be like, I want to do what you did there here.
Mhm.
Can we make something happen? And I would like to learn the franchise aspect. And so, yeah, I don't have any plans of slowing down. That's just not how I'm built. My wife and
Yeah.
I are hustlers, entrepreneurs, and we just want to keep growing. And I think this year, 2022, fingers crossed, everything keeps going. This will be
Yeah.
a record-breaking year.
I'm saying it, man. 2022 is the year of the DJs. Let's go. We've been destroyed but it's time. It's time. Everything comes back.
If you're willing to work, man, this is the year. This is the
Yeah.
year to make it, to make it.
Oh yeah, it's insane. Like I have a few events where I have like 5 events booked and I only have 3 DJs. So I'm already pre-stressed out. It's gonna be good.
Yep.
But it is what it is, man.
Well,
So
hey,
go ahead.
oh, I just say feel free anytime, man. If you reach out, whatever you need, I'm here, for you, for any of the other DJs. Like
Yeah.
I'll share whatever I can share, and if I can help out with anybody, that's if I would love to just, if that's my legacy, like it is, that's what it is.
That's it, man. The I guess like the the joy of life is just giving, like giving away everything we have. Before I thought it was like just holding it all and like learning it for myself, but it's not. Like once you can give away all of the stuff you've learned, it's amazing.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. So where can everyone find you at? I'll definitely drop all of your links in the show notes, but if there's anywhere like you want to tell people to check you out right now.
I mean, we have our Instagram, or I have my own personal Instagram, which is Chad DJ underscore Chad underscore Allen, and then almost famous entertainment. So just almost underscore famous underscore entertainment is our company. Our website is almostfamousSD.com. Check out the website. But yeah, I mean, our team is growing it seems like almost every week, and just trying to keep it all
Yeah.
going. But yeah, feel free to reach me out, Facebook, all of those. So if you want to reach out, just connect. I love, like I said, I love networking. I love building that network. I'm super busy, so if I don't get back to you right away, but I will try to link up with you at some point.
Yeah, I feel that. Sometimes the Facebook message just gets lost.
I showed one of my team members last night. We were out at an event, and I showed her my phone, what it looks like,
Yeah.
all of my notifications, and I think she had an anxiety attack.
Yeah, it's
I was
the
like, sometimes they just get lost in translation. I'm like, if this is ever why I don't get back to you right away, I said this is why.
yeah. I'm sorry, but like you can't. We're not superhuman. We don't have the AI chip yet.
I do my best though.
That's awesome, man. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. We'll see you soon.
All right, sounds good, Andrew.
Take care.
Later.